we're finally done with UFC 302, and it's already the middle of the week. But what were your actual thoughts on the event?
It was cool. My expectations were met. Islam took the victory. Honestly, like I've been saying it since that fight, I think it was, from what I saw, it was probably I think it was one of his harder fights. Like, he actually, did some work. Not saying that he didn't do work in the other fights, but it was probably like a fight that he actually had to put a little bit of work. It had me kind of sitting on the edge, But I don't know if it was because of his major cut that he did, because he was slimmed down a lot. But I think also Dustin Poirier actually, he fought well. I don't think he should retire yet. I think he fought really good.
I think that the reason why he looked drained was because he had a staph infection. Yeah, same thing with Benoit Denis, whatever his name is. He had that too. I think once they get it, it wears them down a lot. But I also found out that Dustin Poirier had a rib injury. But it's confirmed that he broke his ribs.
Oh shit.
He got he got broken ribs. His nose got broken in the third round by clash of heads, and then he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
And he still finished the fight. That shit's crazy. That shit
is crazy.
I wish both of them had fought 100% healthy. It would have been sicker, man.
I think it would have been a lot better.
It kind of bums me out when fighters get injuries. Yeah, I don't know why, but
yeah,
it just
you feel like they're not fighting at 100%.
Yeah, you don't see their full potential, right? But it's a part of the fight game, I guess. Like, just same thing with Gaethje. His nose got broken, I think, in the first round.
Yeah.
And then, luckily Dustin's didn't break that early. But, like, that goes to show these guys are warriors. Like, the average guy will get killed by a UFC fighter.
A UFC fighter, yeah. That's actually very true.
Like, if you listen to some of the no commentary videos, the way they swing, the way the pads hit, is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, but what surprised me about the fight was how much better it seems like Islam got at striking.
Yeah, 100 times better.
He's improved his striking a lot. I think Javier Mendez is doing a good job with these guys.
Yeah, Javier Mendez, yeah.
Khabib is doing good. But I think it was his hardest fight. Some people say Volk was his harder fight, but I think this was his hardest fight.
This was his hardest fight. To me, compared this fight to Volk's, I think Volk's was a walk in the park for him.
The first one?
The second one.
Yeah, I was comparing it to the first.
Oh, the first one. Even then, I think it was a little easier for him. Even though he was drained.
Yeah.
I think that one was still easier than this one for him.
Yeah, I think this one was hardest one for him.
I think so.
Cause he was busted up.
Yeah. I've never seen Islam busted up like that before.
Yeah, cause he got cut on the eye by a punch, and then his forehead got gashed.
Yeah, and then he was drained too. Like, I've never seen
staph.
Yeah, I've never seen him that messed up, to be honest with you. This is the first time, so that's why I'm saying I think this one was his harder fight.
Yeah, it was definitely the hardest fight.
I do always look forward to his fights, so I can't wait for him to fight Arman Sarukian.
Yeah, the thing I like about Islam's game, it's not like people say he's just a grappler and shit, but he actually stood and beat him.
And he was fighting with his hands and stuff like that.
The same people that are downplaying his victory, like saying he's a hugger and shit, are the same people that praise GSP. If you watch GSP, even though I think he's like one of the greatest, he would wrestle people a lot too.
Yeah.
And back then when I used to watch UFC, they would hold against the cage for days. That shit used to get boring. And then if you want to say that these guys are only huggers, watch the Strickland fight. They were both standing.
Yeah.
And how'd that fight end up being so boring? Because one guy was stepping away and shit.
Yeah, to me, the Sean Strickland fight was very boring, dude. That one was a boring fight.
Same thing with Adesanya. When he fights some of these guys, he throws a calf kick. He'll circle around, throw a calf kick, circle around. I don't understand why people they're so against these Dagestanis. I think it might be due to where they're from.
I think so too.
It's like that bias. So they'll call these guys boring, but they won't call these other guys boring.
What it is because those guys fit the average life. Like, they do the lifestyle after the fights. Like, they'll go drinking, clubbing, stuff like that. Like the rest of the normal population does.
Yeah.
But these Dagestani fighters, bro, they don't do that. They're more dedicated. they go, they pray. You know, they're more strict on themselves. So I think they don't follow people like that.
Yeah,
you know?
so people see them as an unattainable person, so they end up hating on them.
Yeah, yep. Or not even that, or even like, oh, like they just think they're too good for everybody, kind of a thing, bro. Like, nah.
Dude, these same guys, they be praising jiu-jitsu, bro. Jiu-jitsu's like, the way they used to do jiu-jitsu, that shit was so boring. It'd be one guy just hanging on. Yeah. At least these guys, they finish fights.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they're out here finishing fights.
Mm-hmm.
And these other guys, they like straight up just like holding a guy against the fence for days, going nowhere. Or like one guy, even if it's a stand-up fight, they'll just circle around, throw one strike, circle around, throw one strike. Like Leon Edwards, bro. He's more boring than Khabib, bro. People call Khabib boring.
Leon Edwards is really boring to watch.
Yeah, Leon Edwards is the most boring fighter, but people praise him.
No.
And they call Bilal Muhammad boring, but Leon Edwards is more boring than Bilal Muhammad.
The last fight that Leon Edwards fought, that was boring. That was super boring.
Against Covington?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he couldn't even knock him out.
No, he couldn't knock him out.
Yeah. At least these guys, they're knocking people out.
Yeah. Or getting them a tap out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, it's been like close to knockouts these last couple of fights.
Mm-hmm.
They make it exciting, bro. But I don't know. I think people are so biased, they're blinded.
Yeah.
Because I think it's their, like, especially being from U.S., they're kind of blinded. They want their guy from here winning.
From here to win.
Yeah. But if you go at it from like an unbiased perspective, you see what's what. Because I grew up watching GSP Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva was my favorite.
Anderson Silva was a beast.
Yeah, he was my favorite growing up. But if you watch GSP, he would do the same thing. He would like take him down, try to ground pound a little bit. And like that, it wasn't nothing exciting, but he's still considered one of the greatest.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People are going to say what they're going to say. Did you see what Jon Jones said after the fight?
No.
Bro, what he said made no sense. Look up his tweet about Islam. Jon Jones tweeted, "So let me get this straight. You go through an absolute dogfight and pull off a last-minute submission, and that's what makes you the best?" How does that even make sense, what he's saying? I think there's a lot of jealousy. Pound for pound, bro, Islam was a better fight than Jones.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and there's a lot of arguments to be made. Jon Jones shouldn't even be ranked top 10 because he got busted with PEDs. And the way he's holding up the heavyweight division.
Yeah, just because he's afraid to lose. I think he's afraid to lose his belt.
That's what it is, yeah. I was watching so I saw like the Reyes fight a long time ago, and I was like, this fool lost it, right? So I decided to watch it again. Bro, Jon Jones got his ass beat by Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes beat his ass, and then Joe Rogan afterwards went on to glaze Jones. He's like, oh, the last 2 rounds of the UFC should count. And he was saying something about a schoolyard fight where whoever's winning wins the fight. He forgot to mention that a schoolyard fight doesn't have no rounds.
No.
It just keeps going until somebody breaks it up. If this was a schoolyard fight, Jon Jones would have been done.
Yeah.
Bro, Jon Jones, he straight ducked Ngannou to come fight Cyril Gane. Bro, Jon Jones most likely wouldn't have beaten Ngannou. He probably wouldn't have beat Pavlovich. He would have lost to Tommy Aspinall. But he's ducking all these guys, bro. But that's the thing MMA Guru brings up. He brings up that all these guys Jon Jones fought, they were like 5'11". They should have been actual middleweights instead of light heavyweights.
Yeah.
If they were fighting today, they wouldn't have been light heavyweights. They would have been middleweights. And then these guys, they were killing each other in Pride, and they were like pretty much retiring, and this fool comes along and walks through them. So how are you gonna call this guy? Go and he popped for PEDs. Dude, he popped for PEDs against Daniel Cormier, Gustafsson. So he's probably been cheating his whole career, bro.
So before the last year his fight, before the fight he had last year, the last time he fought was in 2020.
Yeah, that Dominic Reyes fight. That's the one I'm talking about. He got his ass beat in that shit. And then he kept coming forward because he had cardio, right? But in the beginning of that fight, round 1, Jon Jones is a dirty fighter, bro. He kept trying to throw those eye pokes, and then the ref had to warn him twice.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He's like, watch your hands. And then these kicks he throws, the oblique kicks, they're dirty, bro.
They're dirty, yeah. That's what I'm saying. And he did that the last fight. Okay. He did the same thing on the. I think he did that thing. He did the same thing on the last fight. Dude. That's what. Like he's
Like it's legal. Like I understand that, but like doing eye pokes, you can't be doing that shit. And then the oblique kicks. What would he have done without those? He has good wrestling, but when he fought people his own size, he had hella trouble. Dude, they said he popped positive for PEDs, and for the second rematch with the Gustafsson fight, since they were about to cancel it, Dana White moved he moved the event somewhere else where they wouldn't cause anything. Like where they wouldn't try to stop the fight because of PEDs. Mm-hmm. And then he ended up winning that shit. So that's how much he gets favored. I don't know what it is. Like MMA Guru brought all this up. He had valid points. But the thing I realized was when I was like older was that he was beating up people that were like pretty much old. Yeah. They're retiring, you know. They had already gone through the wars and shit.
Yeah, and he was coming up.
Yeah, and then Gustafsson, the first fight, okay, I'd say Jones won that, but that shit was still controversial. And then Dominic Reyes, Jon Jones lost that shit for sure. The first 3 rounds he lost for sure. 4th round could have been a draw because he got his shit rocked. And then what did he do? He grabbed onto him. The same thing people bash the Dagestani fighters for, Jon Jones did that. Mm-hmm. But he got his shit rocked and then he held him down and then supposedly that helped him win the fight.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Or the round, which made no sense. But he won the 4th round or the 5th round. And then, so the thing that was crazy was Dana White. He was asked a question about Islam. He's like, where do you rank him not pound for pound, but he's like, where do you rank him among the lightweights? And then Dana White started going on a rant saying that he's not close to Jon Jones or anything like that. Like
I do remember.
Like the question had nothing to do with Jon Jones, and Dana White started going off on a rant.
Glazing him, yeah.
Yeah. How's this guy going to be on the pound for pound list? He shouldn't. Dude, you can't even call him a GOAT since he's popped for PD so many times. Mm-hmm. But anyways, he held the belt for like 3 years while he's been away. And then he comes back, gets an easy dub against Cyril Gane. But he was avoiding Ngannou the whole time. But he decided to come back to fight when Ngannou left.
Yeah.
Ngannou would have rocked his shit. That's the thing at heavyweight. Like if you take like the punches he took against Reyes, he would have been knocked out against the heavyweight.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's crazy how much UFC favors this guy and they disregard everybody else. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I was a kid, I was like, "Oh shit,
maybe
Jon Jones is."
Tickets.
Yeah, I was like, "Jon Jones is badass," right? Growing up, but then later on, my mind changed because I was like, "Actually, this fool's been cheating the whole time, and he's been finding people smaller than him."
Yeah, maybe he just sells tickets or the name, you know.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Because what it is people when they start hyping a guy up, then nobody wants to hear anything because people have a hard time admitting they're wrong. Mm-hmm. Like for me, it's easy. Like I realized I was like, this guy wasn't all that he was cracked up to be.
I remember growing up before I started watching UFC, like a lot of people would be talking about Jon Jones. Jon Jones this, or you see merch in the store and stuff like that.
I literally grew up watching him like rise up to the title.
Yeah,
that's just crazy. But I was like one of those people. I was like, damn, he's actually the greatest. During when I was a kid, but then I found out.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's why I don't say Anderson Silva's the GOAT, because otherwise I would have been saying that if he hadn't popped dirty. But since he popped dirty, I can't be saying he's the GOAT.
Islam Makhachev's the GOAT.
You think so? I'd say GSP, then I'd say Mighty Mouse. Speaking of different generations, a lot of people are graduating these days. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of graduations coming and going right now. It reminds me of like our time, and it's crazy how fast times pass by.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember your graduation day?
I do. Yeah, I do. It was cool. Honestly, man, like I don't really care for high school. Like I'm happy I'm done with it.
100, bro.
Honestly.
I just missed the shit you didn't have to worry about, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But like the funny thing is when you're in high school at that age, you want to be like adult. And then when you're an adult, you wish you were in high school.
You were in high school, yeah.
It's crazy, bro. So all we're doing our whole life is just wishing we were this, we were that.
Yeah. At this point in time, I don't wish I was in high school.
Yeah.
I don't miss it at all. just because of the like different things that was going on in high school for me and stuff. I don't wish it. I think I like my life better now. Like money coming in, you know, able to go out.
Bro's a baller.
Nah, it's not even about being a baller. Like, you know, just having the freedom to do what you want.
Yeah.
Because, like, in high school, yeah, you can do whatever, you know, you could do stuff too, you know, but it was different. You know, you were always relying on your parents to take you places if you didn't have a license or drive, or if they were going to let you go out and hang out with the homies or what have you, or, you know, you didn't have to think about, oh, yeah, like, my parents, they're going to spot me some money or something, or you got to do work on the weekends to do that. But, like, now it's different, you know? You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, you got bills and stuff, but that's... and you're going to have bills any time in your life, you know? So
What do you think about these kids being excited to, like, go out into the real world?
I think they're going to have a rude awakening, bro.
Because, you know, every year we see, like, everybody going, woo,
yeah,
throwing their caps.
They're going to have a rude awakening. You know why?
Because flexing on everybody.
Because, I'm not saying that like for us, it was easy to get a job, but I think there was more jobs available.
Yeah.
When we were getting out of high school. We didn't have to worry about competing with AI or robots, machines, like nothing like that. You know? But now these kids, bro, they got to worry about... You can't go get a part-time job anymore like at McDonald's or something like that. Because there's already people on the frying line or whatever, or cooking burgers, or, you know, robot AI cooking burgers and stuff. You can't do that anymore. So they actually... I feel like now these kids are either going to have to put their boots on, or they're going to have to start working a little harder. Is what it is. Where's the Billy?
They have, the crazy thing is they have a lot of opportunities. So, like, when you're in high school, you got to start early trying to make money. Off of, like, you have a lot of options, but, like, once you're out, like, things start running low fast.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any better time than when we graduated, and I kind of fumbled. That's one regret I have, because I had it. Could have had it easy. Even though the work was, like, slave work, it was still, like, you have, like... It was a time where you could develop something to later on in the future where you could capitalize on that.
Yeah. Definitely the advantages these younger kids have is, like, well, especially with now that they're graduating, is that they have technology on their side. It gets a little easier for them. So if they wanted to do anything social media-wise, online-wise, presence-wise, it's easy for them versus us, because, like, when we were in high school,
nobody was making money off that shit.
It was... No, I didn't even think it was thought about. Like, you had like, Facebook, that was the only thing popping. Instagram was barely coming out.
Yeah.
But Instagram wasn't the way it is now. It was only, like, it was, like, for photographers. Like, people taking pictures, and that's it. Literally, just, like, you liking people's pictures and for photography. And there was no, like, Instagram shop. There was no people using it for businesses and stuff like that. You know, that Facebook did all of that. But even back then, Facebook didn't have, like, a Facebook market. You had Craigslist and all that stuff. So it was different back then. Now, it's easy, man. And I think all these youngsters, bro, they have the opportunity to do any sort of business online. And you got websites like Wix.com. I forgot the rest of their websites, where they create the websites for you, or Shopify and stuff like that. Like, you can do an online business in like an hour if you wanted to, if you had everything ready for it. And you don't even need to get product. Everything is drop shipped.
Yep.
Everything is drop shipped. So, like, back then, if you wanted to have, like, a t-shirt business or clothing business, whatever it is, like, little business like that,
you'd have to risk all your money.
You have to risk your money. You have to buy inventory, do all of this and that, or, like, finding somebody local to do all your stuff for you. Whatever it is. Now, dude, you don't even need that. You just go on, like, Alibaba or whatever it is, and you can sublet it out to Asia, a factory in Asia, and to do a hella cheap for you. But back then, we didn't have any of that. It was hard, man. You know, like, these kids, they need to capitalize on stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But I fumbled, man. If I had started, like, podcasting in high school or something like that, imagine the...
Well, because like, all that's, like, the podcast, like, podcasting, vlogs, when we were growing up, that was, like, the golden age of YouTube.
Yeah.
That's when you had like the OG like.
They were all doing skits and shit.
Yeah.
I remember Joe Rogan was the only one podcasting.
Yeah, everybody was doing like, remember like Jenna Marbles and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who were the other guys?
They would just make funny
Vlad
stories and shit.
stuff like that. Yeah, like it was all skits. It was cool though. Like it was always like good entertainment, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like literally the golden age of YouTube, and now everybody's just vlogging or doing like their
crazy, or they're doing crazy shit,
crazy stuff just to get like, presence online. Yeah. Well, it's because it's what the audience wants now. Yeah. It's what these people are wanting to consume.
Yeah.
You know. But
they were doing it then too, but now like I don't think it's like as weird as it is now.
As it is now, yeah. Like the Tide Pod challenges everyone's doing and stuff
that
like
shit was
that.
funny.
I think the craziest challenge people were doing was the ice bucket challenge when we were growing up.
Yeah.
That was it. But people were doing the Tide Pod challenges and all that stuff, man. That's too crazy for me.
Yeah. So these high schoolers, I think a lot of them are in for a rude awakening because a lot of them, they kind of live in a false reality, and then this is where like things you start walking on a thin line because you can't do what you used to be able to do.
I agree.
The crazy part about graduating high school is when you graduate, you start hearing about all these people dying. Like this other day, I was on my IG feed, and there's a guy that went to high school with us. I think he passed away because one of the guys, one of my friends, he posted "Rest in peace" about that guy, and I was like, "Shit, fool! I used to see this guy around this and that."
Yeah, you do.
It's like, and it's close to now. Like when people are graduating, they don't think about that, but like some of the people around you, they're gonna be gone.
Yeah, you do. It does change. I was just talking to I forget his name. We saw him at Nugget Keaton. Forget his name. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Nah.
We saw him remember when you 12R went to the Nugget Keaton last year? We saw him at the temple. We took a picture with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, I saw him here yesterday at the gym, and we were talking about school. And I was like, hey, so how's college going? And he told me he got finished with his first semester. And I asked him what not his first semester, for his first year. And I was like, what do you think the differences are between high school and college? And he goes, man, after you graduate high school, it's totally different, bro. Life changes like fast. And he goes, friends change, like your life, like your day-to-day life changes. He goes, you kind of have to be more self-motivated to do your tasks in college. He goes, because your professors, they don't care if you're, they're more lenient, but you still got to put in the work. And I was like, yes, that's how it is, bro. Like you gotta have the go-getter mentality. And honestly, man, I don't see that these young kids have that. They don't have that. So
I think some of them have it more than me. For example, Patron, he's straight hustling.
Yeah, but if you compare, like, that's like one out of 10.
Yeah.
That's 1 out of 10, bro. Realistically, like.
A lot of them now, I noticed, a lot of them their parents are balling, so they're chilling, bro. They got fancy whips and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't have it.
Or they got a lot of money, so then they can invest that money and they like get more rich easy.
They get more rich easy. And that's what I see, like, out of my customer bases. Like, when their kids come in and stuff, like, they're entitled.
They're hella snobby, huh?
I'm going to just say they're entitled, bro. They don't look down on me. No, they're cool.
Yeah.
But they're entitled because they know that it's mommy and daddy has money and stuff like that. So it's definitely different, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they... I'm sure they're appreciative of what they have, but it's not like the way it is for us, you know?
Yeah, man. But it's pretty cool to. That's the thing. Like, I don't like graduation, but it's like pretty interesting to see because it's like the same cycle repeats every year, and then everybody just goes off in the direction. It's like after high school, the next couple of years might be peak, whatever, and then everything fades out.
Yeah. What I will tell you is that definitely life does change after high school pretty fast. Especially, you'll find out who your real friends are and who are not, and like, cause. You might think like, oh, your best friend, like the people that you go to high school with or you were going to high school with, they're your best friends. Maybe you might keep maybe one of them. Out of all of them is one, but it's hard, man. Like, because everybody's on a whole different schedule now. Like in high school, everybody was on the same schedule. You go to school from 8 to 3 or whatever it was, and then you have sports after. So like you're always seeing these people day to day, but when you're out of high school and you start doing your job and college and stuff, everybody's on different schedules, so you might not even talk to these homies like every day or nothing. It's
and then
all different.
A lot of people that thought they were the hot shot.
They're not the hot shot.
You gotta listen to the 50 Cent song. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. Yeah.
I remember.
That happens a lot.
Dude, I remember people like that, bro.
People be glazing them and shit.
Yeah.
They be like, oh, popular. People used to tell me, oh, that guy's hella popular. I was like, to who, bruh?
Yeah.
And then, but anyways, they'll say that and then I'll say that. But, like, you see them afterwards, you're like, damn, this fool fell off. This fool became a crack addict.
Yeah.
This fool had a scholarship, but he didn't do jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, damn, bro. I'm not saying I'm all, like, balling and shit, but I'm just saying, like, the people that people used to put on a pedestal, they're not above you or below you. We're all on the same field, bro. People pedestalize people too much.
No, it's not, and it's not that you're better than them now or anything.
No.
It's just that the difference is that you know that you made it.
Yeah.
That you're not doing some stupid shit. You're not on drugs. You're not drinking. You're not doing any of that. You know what I mean?
It's like, pretty much you see through the facade.
Yeah.
Like how
exactly.
How they would think that they're like king above these people, but they weren't.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, now that I think about it, like why do people, who or what, or what's the matrix that allows these people to become popular? Like,
it's weird.
Is it because people just, is it based off looks? Is it based off sports talents? I don't even remember, bro. I really don't even remember. I think how these people become popular.
When we were younger, it was who was the best at sports.
Yeah, huh?
Who was affiliated with sports. Or you had the guy that messed around a lot. He didn't give a shit, so he got along with everybody.
Yeah. Or wore like the fancy clothes, or the
or whoever went to like the most parties.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I remember that.
But now it's a whole different ballgame. Now you got people wearing hella designer. They're flexing the money, and then whoever got like the most followers and shit.
Yeah, on social media.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
I never saw people as like popular and shit like that.
Hey Russ, can you imagine going to high school? Like, can you imagine being in high school right now and having aside from worrying about school grades and sports, like thinking about like getting criticized because you don't have enough followers on IG or something?
I think it's kind of badass because it evens out the playing field. Because now you got these kids that they can't be good at sports, right? Mm-hmm. Like you can call them like
not nerds, but
whatever you want to call them, or like the oddballs or whatever you want to call them. Now they have a chance of being tied with the people that are playing sports. They can be bigger than them because then like whatever catches on social media, that shit's gonna boost their image up. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah. Now it's like even playing field, so they're lucky in that sense. But I think mentally it probably messes with people.
That's what I'm saying. It does. Yeah. It does.
It probably causes a lot of beef too, because they're probably in high school. They're like, oh, I followed you. You didn't follow me back. Screw you. I don't mess with you.
Yeah.
They take online life too serious. You're like, oh, he didn't follow me. Screw that guy.
To be honest, man, I think if I had an opportunity to go back to high school, I feel like I wouldn't care about trying to hang out with like the popular or pay attention to them, because I always I didn't pay attention to them necessarily, because I would try to like avoid a lot of that like drama and stuff, but I would get sucked into it. I feel like if I can go back, I would just kind of keep my head down and do my own thing.
Bro,
I already was doing that, but to a certain extent, you know.
You don't hear about them, bro. They all disappeared.
Yeah.
Like, shit, man.
Like, I wish I can go back and just be like, knowing what I know now, I'm like, oh man, fuck this place. Mm-hmm. I'll just do my own thing. I'll play my sports. I'll start working out. You know, do grades or whatever. But I'll find ways to be more entrepreneurish instead of like,
yeah, man,
wasting my time hanging out with all these heads and stuff. Or play more video games too.
That's one thing I'll tell these future oncoming people. If you feel like you're going through a bad time, it's not game over. The game's just starting, you know?
Yeah.
You're just on a different level. Once you're on a different level, on the next level, you can level up.
I heard this saying, bro. I literally just like within the last week or two, I think it was on IG. I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't remember how it goes, but it goes on the lines like this. Like people beat themselves up because they think that they think they're doing bad when they're in like the early 20s, and then they think they're doing bad in their late 20s, and then they think they're doing bad in their 30s. Like, you keep beating yourself over all that, like all those times, but realistically, your life doesn't start until you're in your 30s, your early 30s or mid 30s, because you don't know what money is in your early 20s. In your late teens and your early 20s, you don't know what money is. You have no idea what money is, because you're going to school, or you have a part-time job. You get the first taste of money, that's it, but you don't know what it is to actually bring money in. 2, you're still trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do in life. You're still trying to figure out things mentally, how life works, that's another thing. 3, you think you're in love with somebody, but you're not. It's like, you don't even worry about that. 4, you're trying to compare yourself to other people that are, you can't do that either. Like, that, that just needs to stop. Like, so you're still trying to figure things out. So by the time you're getting all that stuff done, you're like 6-7 years deep into figuring everything out. It's just, you're just wasting your time. Like, you're not wasting your time, but you don't start your actual life until you're about 30, because that's when you're like, you have a career already, you have probably a house or whatever it is, you got good money coming in, you got your first nice whip, like, like you're paying off, like, something you look nice in. And then maybe you might, you might have a girl or a boyfriend, whatever it is that you're gonna get married with. Like, legit, we don't start our actual life until we're about 30. That's what I learned, and I thought about that, and I was like, that's crazy. What the guy said, it was true. I have to find the thing. It's not even a video. It's just kind of like a saying. I have to find it so I can show you.
After high school, your early years, before 20s, whatever. Even in early 20s, go travel.
Yeah, travel, yeah.
Like, whatever you want to do, don't worry about it. Just, if you work, go on a road trip with your boys or whoever you want. Go enjoy that shit. Like, whatever you want to get done, do it. Like, for example, hobbies. You want to go play a sport. You want to go do this. You want to go do that. Go try it out. That's, like, your time to try everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, life happens. You got to work and shit. That's another thing that sucks about, like, in these times is, like, everything is expensive, but
you're right. You should try that in your late teens, early 20s, and trying out sports and hobbies and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people in high school think they're the shit, but once they get into customer service, you realize who's who, bro.
Yeah,
you're like, shit, man. But don't worry about clout. I think you should try to find your hobby and try to see if you can make money off of that.
I agree on that.
Yeah. That's why, because I wish I had started all this shit earlier. I would have been trying hella different shit, but I was too wrapped up in thinking of, like, what I was going to do in school. That's another thing. You think you're going to have one career, but it branches off into, like, several other things. So don't be bummed out about that.
No.
And then, like, if you wish you were, like, one of the people that had a lot of attention in high school, just realize that if you wish you traded spots with them, you never know what they might be going through. So you might end up, like, attracting that type of, like, the shit they're going through. Because everybody has problems. So if you wanted to be in their spot, you'd be attracting all their problems too.
And it's not even that. Even if you want to be like that person, like he was talking about how you want to be in his shoes, like, oh, he's popular, he has all attention, he has clout. As soon as you get to college, man, none of that even matters. No one even pays attention. Everybody, those people that think are popular and they still have their friends and stuff following them around in college, it's just them glazing him. Yeah. It's like 3 or 4 people glazing him. After that, everybody, all these other people are just walking by, like, who the hell are you? Like, get the hell out of the way, kind of a thing. Like, they don't. No, it's different. It's hella different.
The only time everybody will come out of the woodworks is if, like, the guy nobody paid attention to, the person, they come up, they get rich, then everybody will be like, oh shit, I knew that guy.
Me. Yeah, you remember me.
We should link up.
Yeah, let's link up. Yeah,
people are shallow like that. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Oh, and then I got another one for you youngsters, if you guys are watching. If a couple years down the road, some random person that you went to high school but you never linked up with says, I got a business opportunity for you, it's a scam.
Facts.
It's a scam. It's don't do
they
it.
come out of the blue.
Yeah, don't do it.
All of a sudden, everybody around them gonna become rich off a pyramid scheme.
Like, bro, all we gotta do is get followers. Don't even sell the product. It's just get followers. That's a scam. Don't listen.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, they bring them an idea and then they'll stab them in the back with a knife.
Yes. Dude,
bro.
And the crazy part is like the first instinct that people do is like they go through the concepts like, oh, I remember this guy from high school. Oh, high school. Like let's and then you start sending mass texts. Hey, let's link up or let's do this. Or, dude, I had hella people hit me up for Amway, ACN, you name it, bro. Whatever it was, to try to do some business opportunity or I got big money. Hey, bro, let's link up. We can get you rich, 6 figures, and blah blah blah. Dude, and as soon as I went to these presentations, I would go to these presentations. I would start, because like all these people were like, yeah. Ooh, Glazing, yeah. Oh, let me sign up. How much is it? $200? Bam, right here. Check, boom, cash, whatever it is. I'd be asking questions, but hey, so why isn't you guys' company traded on the stock market? Oh, they didn't know. Or hey, what's you guys' stock ticker so I can look it up? Or hey, is there a way I can see income statements or financial records for the company you guys are working for? They had no idea, bro. They had no idea. They're just this guy selling a pipe dream.
Yeah,
so don't believe that.
Get out of high school. Get your ass a job if you can. Mm-hmm. Be like that one dude that's at Lowe's. He's trying to lift a box.
There you go. You can't be scared. Just roll with it. I'm down. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. So you doing good. Kick it up again. Come on now. Help! Come down with it. I can't.
Come down.
Come down. Just keep coming down. Oh, you won't. Oh, wait, I'm in the way. All right, come down.
I don't know why these fools have funny ass screams. I sent you a funny ass video where a guy he's driving a tractor into a cop car, and the cop arrests him.
Oh yeah.
And then he starts screaming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that video up here too.
Shots fired! Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired across from the DOT. Get your hands behind your back!
Copy, shots fired.
I'm sorry. Sorry for what? You almost...
I'm sorry. I hate society.
Okay, well that's not the way to go about it, bro.
I'm sorry.
Did you get hit?
No. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tuck your knees into your chest.
My wife is gone.
I'm downtown. 21. I'm 13. My car is destroyed. But I'm 10-13. No injuries.
Kill me.
I don't want to kill you. I want to protect myself. Why are you acting like this?
I got threatened, and I wanted to kill them.
Check to make sure everybody back here is good. My aim was that way. Make sure there's everybody back there.
They threatened me first. I wanted to kill them.
Those type of people are hella funny, bro. Just don't end up like one of those people.
Don't end up like those.
Do
you ever feel nostalgic
about high school?
About graduation, high school?
No, I feel most nostalgia about middle school, being in middle school.
Yeah.
Because that was the time when you had like big dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just a dreamer, bro. I still have dreams and shit.
I'm still the same. I'm the same.
But it was just the dreams were bigger though when I was in middle school.
I wanted to be an astronaut, stuff like that. I wanted to go to space. That's still my dream, to go to space. But I wanted to go to space when I was in middle school, stuff like that.
Yeah, but the people that are graduating, you guys better hit the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait till you're about to fall off and shit, because that's one thing that's like a staple. You need to have your health in check, bro.
Yeah, I've noticed within this last couple of weeks, and we'll keep it brief so we don't go over time and stuff like that. We can bounce this off in the next podcast.
Yeah.
But this is food for thought. I texted. Actually, I went in a group chat with your brother, and like Patron and them, and what's his name, Galos. And then I texted him. I was like, random. I was just throughout the day I kept noticing overweight people, bro, and like not even throughout the day, over the week. Like I just never pay attention. And so I went to Staples to go drop off a thing for Amazon, and I was like, dude, what the hell is going on with like society today? And I was like, hey, like I got a serious question. I was like, have you guys noticed like there's a lot more overweight people like now? And they're like, dude, it's been like that. Maybe I never paid attention. I don't know if you've thought about it or ever realized it, but there's a hell of people, dude, that just like overweight. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not the skinniest guy either, but it's crazy, man. Like people are just letting themselves go like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling these guys.
Yeah,
don't fall off and then start feeling bad, because it's harder to like lose yourself and then try to find your way back up. I mean, the transformation might be amazing. You might get a couple of thousand followers off of it, but you don't want to end up in that point, because that shit messes with people's minds.
Yeah.
So like straight out of high school, just keep hitting the gym, bro, or like whatever physical activity you like, do that shit.
Whether it's ball or kick the soccer ball.
Yeah.
Tennis, whatever it is, you're just
there's always shit to do.
Yeah, wrestling, but
yeah.
And you're gonna think that because you're young, you guys have a metabolism. Because I used to have that same thought. Dude, I was eating pizza in college. I would get pizza every weekend for like 3 months straight. Every weekend I was getting pizza. And I'm like, I'm never going to get fat. Like, because my metabolism was hella fast. And then all of a sudden it slows down. And then you until other people notice, like, dude, you're gaining weight. I'm like, oh shit, like, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
It's important to work out.
Hey, it's funny. A lot of these people have these aspirations. I mean, that's not the funny part, but the whole situation is kind of funny. Like, everybody has aspirations, but out of high school, what do most people go? What kind of careers do they go into from what you observe?
Oh, construction.
Construction is one of them.
I seen construction.
Nursing.
Yeah.
Truck driving.
Yeah.
Hella truck drivers. Shout out to the truck drivers.
Exactly.
Yeah, free my boys.
There is another one. Medical assistant.
Medical assistants.
Yeah. Barbers.
Barbers. I was gonna write that. Nowadays, there's a hella barbers.
There's like one barber for one person at this point.
Dude, I remember going to a high school rally. The class before me, they were graduating. And there's hella slides, where they're going to go to college or whatever. Out of everybody, there was one guy going to barber school.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. But then afterwards, I started hearing about more. But anyways, there's hella barbers probably going out of school. I mean, if you're in high school, you should start practicing cutting hair, because you never know, that shit might come in clutch. Barbers, medical assistants. A lot of cosmetologists.
Yeah. Dental assistant is another.
Dental assistants, a lot of those.
Well, I guess you could follow that under medical assistant.
Yeah. So just don't shit on these careers, because y'all youngins might end up in that shit. Dude, you know what the craziest part is? I used to help out with the elementary school when I was in high school for a class, right? Anyways, this one fool, he pulls up. He's like, hey, is that you? He says my name. And then I was like, who's this fool? And then he's like, hey, it's me. And then he tells me his name. I was like, that's you? No way. He's like, yeah, fool. He's like, I'm trucking now. I'm making this much money. I was like, God damn. I was like, bro's making more money than me. And I went to college to do jack shit.
Yeah,
I was just chilling at home during that time. I was the unemployed friend, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But he was telling me how much he was making. I was like, damn, bro, passed me up hella quick. Bro, he's like, literally, he's probably like 7 years younger than me.
I hate that, bro.
I mean, I didn't mind it. I was hella happy for him, but I was like, what the hell happened to me, bro?
I hate that. Dude, I was similar situation. So there's a family friend that I know. He went into nursing. Or whatever it is. He started as a medical assistant, and then the job was going to pay him for do nursing. Like, literally, they were going to pay all his school to do nursing in like 6-7 months at one of those fast track schools. And everybody's like, yeah, do it. So he started doing it, and he fell off, bro. Even when I found out he was a medical assistant, I'm like, bro, how the hell does this guy get a medical assistant job? Like, he's like too thug. Like, he's like, he still want to go out partying. Like, he's a little older than me, like probably by 1 or 2 years. He still wants to party and drink, like he's in his 1920s and stuff, bro. And then when I found that, I'm like, how did this guy almost become a nurse? And I'm doing this. I'm like, I'm not hating on the guy. Like, good for him, dude. Like, he got his shit together. Now he's not doing that.
Another thing I wanted to say real quick, sorry to cut you off, was there's always, when you graduate, there's always that one fool trying to sell you a CD that you used to see in high school, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, bro, check out my CD.
Yeah. Well,
Bro,
they won't have that anymore, but...
Nowadays, they be trying to scheme, bro. They're like, hey, I have a CD. You'll be like, no, I don't have cash. They'll be like, you can Venmo me, bro. It's all good.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, man, I ain't trying to. I'm barely surviving inflation over here.
I was, one time, I was in L.A., and some guy was trying to sell me a CD. This was years ago, bro. This was like when LimeWire and Frostwire was popping and stuff. So he goes, hey, listen. I was like, oh, this is cool, bro. Like, you know, he goes, you want to buy one? I was like, no, not really. He goes, come on, bro, help a brother out. I was like, it's good music. Don't get me wrong. He goes, oh, what's your name? Or what? Can I see the CD? And he goes, oh, it shows me. He goes, well, I'm not gonna let you hold it because you're gonna steal it. And I'm like, I ain't gonna steal shit, bro. And then I was like, hold on, let me take a picture of it real quick, and I'll buy it from you later or something. And he goes, all right, for sure. So I take a picture, and then he goes, all right, I'm gonna be right here if you want to buy it. I was like, fuck that, bro. I'm going home and I'm gonna use Frostwire and download it. I was like, is it on Facebook or something? He goes, oh, come on, man. Like, he was butthurt, bro. He looked like he wanted to beat my ass.
What the, bro? You're cold for that. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna buy his CD, bro. Hell no, dude.
Bro.
Nah, man. And to be honest with you, bro, his music wasn't even that great, bro. I was just like, yeah, bro, hell yeah.
Bro said he was gonna pirate his music. Bro didn't even make it out the trenches. He didn't even have a chance to come out the trenches.
Nah, bro. Hey, and that I was hella stuff back then, bro. Movies, music, you name it, bro. Anything and everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey, poor dude was trying to make a buck, bro. Ended up hustling him. Bro didn't even make it out.
He was pissed, bro. He was genuinely mad, bro. He didn't want to see my face. I walked away. I was with my family, like hell of my family and my cousins, so he wasn't gonna do shit. Because my cousins, like, it was like 5 or 6 of my cousins, like, and they were all big, you know.
You're wild for that,
and
though,
so,
bro.
And then he got hella mad, bro, and he told his other friends, and he's like, man, fuck that guy, bro, fuck, that's hella fucked up, bro. And I was like, and then I was like, dude, whatever, bro.
You
like,
didn't tell him what the boomers be telling millennials. Get a job.
Get a job, bro. No.
Oh my god, bro, that's funny.
Yeah, my cousins asked me what happened, bro, and I told them they're like, damn, fool, you almost got your ass beat. And I was like, nah, not even, bro. I know you guys were gonna help me out.
Yeah, guys, that's the end of this. Don't end up becoming one of the CD sellers who want to be rappers. Because to make it to the top as a rapper, you know, you gotta sell. You gotta sell a part of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make a couple of sacrifices you wouldn't want to do.
Be a nurse instead.
Facts. Yeah, if you're graduating, congratulations.
Yeah,
if you see this somewhere in the future, we might come out with more videos like this soon.
Mm-hmm.
But enjoy your guys' weekend.
And
graduations.
Don't take life so seriously. Just
you know how to say take life by the horns? Don't do that either, because you'll end up getting speared, dog.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you got a gashing wound, bleeding out, trying to play Matador.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to be one of them.
Yeah, don't be an adrenaline junkie, be wilding out and shit. Don't mess with drugs.
Mm-mm.
All right, guys. That's it to this. You got anything you want to say?
No.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.